Oh, tent. I'm sure my guy must be tired by now. Candles. Let me in the tent. It's not letting me in.
I wish I could have known Donnelly in this place. We would have had so much to debate. Did he paint these stones or did I? Who left the pots in the hut by the jetty? Who formed the museum under the sea? Who fell silently to his death into the frozen waters? Who erected this godforsaken aerial in the first place? Did this whole island rise to the surface of my stomach, forcing the gulls to take flight?
I think you're going a bit loony. No. Well, I see the breathtaking part. That'll make a nice desktop background. A picture of an old burnt-out car.
I returned home with a pocket full of stolen ash.
Oh,
Half of it fell out of my coat and vanished into the car's upholstery.
who's that?
But the rest I carefully stowed away in a box I kept in a drawer by the side of my bed. It was never intended as a meaningful act, but over the years it became a kind of talisman. I'd sit still, quite still for hours, just holding the diminishing powder in my palm and noting its smoothness.
Prove I'm not crazy and this
In
isn't just a
time,
piece of
we
my
would all be
imagination.
worn down into granules,
With the
washed
camera.
into the sea and dispersed.
I have you on camera, Mr. Mysterious Figure. Ooh. Oh, this is what I was talking about earlier when he broke his femur, was it? His tons of painkillers. And his defibrillator. That'd be pretty bad if you had to use it on yourself. Don't think it'd be very comfortable either. Maybe I can talk to him. I won't be alone. I don't like how he's staring at me. More chemistry. And a picture of a child. It'd be useful if I actually knew what that chemistry meant. Is that another guy? No, that's the same guy. So there's multiple people up along the edge there. Oh, it's a car door. No, no, no. No, don't make noises. I was going to say it's a car door that was in the picture earlier. But that was creepy. If he has a sniper rifle. If I
There were
had a
chemical diagrams on the mug he gave me coffee in. sticky at the
I
handle
saw
where his
that.
hands shook. He worked for a pharmaceutical company with an office based on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. He'd been travelling back from a sales conference in Exeter, forming a strategic vision for the peddling of antacid yogurt to the European market. You could trace the connections with your finger, join the dots, and whole new compounds would be summoned into activity.
What does that say? Plight from heaven shone. Plight from heaven shone around. A hymn. Around him. That is not an eye, that is just a paint splatter. I like Mr. Narrator from the book. Judging by the size of those candles, they'd have to have been pretty tall to be able to just last as long as they have, unless they've only been just recently lit by
From
that
here,
mysterious...
I can see my armada. I collected all the letters I'd ever meant to send to you, if I'd have ever made it to the mainland, but had instead collected at the bottom of my rucksack, and I spread them out along the lost beach. Then I took each and every one, and I folded them into boats. I folded you into the creases, and then, as the sun was setting, I set the fleet to sail. Shattered into 21 pieces, I consigned you to the Atlantic, and I sat here until I'd watched all of you sink.
Well, they didn't sink. Can you read what it's saying, actually? Departed or attempted on July 13, still with, done release this part, attemptedly death or station. Robert. Robot. Robot. They all say the same thing. Now, I'm not going back in the creepy water, because that water's probably the creepy water. I wonder if this is the end of the game. Probably not, because there are staircases there. A staircase, not staircases. Otherwise it'd have to be two, unless you count that one as well. Or sudden a light from heaven shone around him, and he fell to the ground, and laid some eggs. I am feeling uncomfortable. What if I travel down here, into the creepy water? Yeah, that's creepy water. Oh, but I can swim. I can swim. I don't have to go down into the creepy water. Go up, go up, go up, go up. Why is it not going up? No, no. Okay, let's not go back into the creepy water. Let's leave before it drowns me. Oh. Oh. That could have been bad. Can I couch? No. I'm not allowed to couch. I'm only allowed to hold W. Uh-oh, my PC is getting...
The pain in my
very
leg
hot.
sent me blind for a few minutes as I struggled up the cliff path. I swallowed another handful of painkillers, and now I feel almost lucid. The island around me has retreated to a hazed distance, whilst the moon appears to have descended into my palm to guide me. I can see a thick black line of infection reaching for my heart from the waistband of my trousers. Through the fugue, it's all the world like the path I have cut from the lowlands towards the aerial.
I don't want the narrator to die. He's so friendly, and he helps me feel comfortable when I am scared. No. Don't start getting creepy.
I've begun my voyage in a paper boat without a bottom. I will fly to the moon in it. I've been folded along a crease in time, a weakness in the sheet of life. Now you've settled on the opposite side of the paper to me. I can see your traces in the ink that soaks through the fibre, the pulped vegetation. When we become waterlogged and the cage disintegrates, we will intermingle. When this paper aeroplane leaves the cliff edge and carves parallel vapor trails in the dark, we will come together.